Welcome to Speak So You Are Heard. One, two, three. Welcome to Speak So You're Heard. April 15th, 2026. This was supposed to be a LinkedIn Live presentation, but LinkedIn Live chose not to collaborate, so we're re-recording the talk. I'm Brian. The story of this course is really Jay's story. Jay is here in the photo with me. Based on 25 years working with the world's best speakers, Jay has built a great course. I'm here helping him bring it to market. But due to a video recording issue, I'm going to make the whole talk today. Let me tell you about Jay. Jay runs the Africa Speaker Bureau, an elite speaker bureau. He interviews every speaker before he works with them. About halfway into an hour-and-a-half interview, Jay and I started talking about training. He said he wanted to make an elite training program. I told him, gotta be careful. Most trainings are not working. I said I'd love to help him build a new program. We decided to build together. This is a story about the program we built, called Speak So You Are Heard. The promise that I'm going to make for you today is you'll find a better way to learn new skills. You'll learn why confidence tips fall apart when the stakes are high, and confidence is not going to make you a great speaker. What actually happens when you freeze, ramble, or lose your voice. How to get your thinking back in 60 seconds. And the paradox of speaking training. Most training is focused on things with low impact. We'll also share what we learned in our beta test run March 2nd through the 13th and how to get a discount on our new programs, the live training starting May 4th and our video program starting May 17th. As a keynote and trainer, my only job is change. And there's a dirty secret about training these days, and that is most of the things that we train people to do, people forget quickly. The best estimate is approximately 80% is lost in 30 days. Imagine this, that there's an easy solution, and there is an easy solution. It's called learning by doing. And with AI today, doing has never been easier than it is right now. I've been working hard on designing programs for behavioral change and long-term learning, leveraging the Atomic Habits Framework. The Atomic Habit Framework is essentially a trigger, an action, and a reward. In this case, the trigger, if we're looking at the video course, is an email that leads you over to a video course, which leads you to an action where things work and you get some positive feedback. We're also turning this into a live training. And essentially the two are the same format. The difference is the video course 10 minutes a day plus learn by doing. The live course that we plan on running 20 minutes a day plus learn by doing. You might ask, all these training methods, all these ways to train, why would you want to build a new one? Well, the answer is pretty simple. The existing ones are not working very well. We started out this program together with Jay with a few targets in mind, but let me give you the comparison points first. On-site trainings or off-site trainings. You got three metrics. What percentage complete the course? Well, almost everybody completes the course because you don't leave. What percentage remember? Maybe 20%. What percentage use it? 10%. You say, look, we're a modern company. We're going to do online trainings. Whoa, there you got a problem. The average of these is somewhere between 8 and 12% will actually finish an online training. 6% remember, 4% use it. The 10-day training that we're looking at here actually has a number of historical precedents. We started with a few targets in mind. 1, 60% completion. 2, 40% remember, and 30% use it. Bottom line here is somewhere around 3 to 7 times more usage at the end. The basic format, 10 days learning a task, 11th day or sometime thereafter, some sort of capstone project to close things off. Right now we've made a few different courses. One is about better working with AI, called Making AI Your Muse. Another one is about systematic innovation around TRIZ. And this one is around Speak So You're Heard. What I want to do is share the results of our first beta test, and I'm excited about these results. The first beta test we ran was with 21 participants in 2 groups from 6 different countries. We had a mix of participants between normal people and professional speakers, but we got the same feedback from all of them. All of them liked the course. For those of you who know what an NPS is, an NPS score goes from 0 to 10 or 0 to 100. World-class scores are the type of scores we got on this course. 9.4 on the NPS score and 83 on a Net Promoter. That's global, that's world-class. What I like, probably as much as anything, is that everyone, even the professional speakers following the course, got better during the course. Now, what came out as interesting points in the class? One is we had people using different techniques. The one that people liked the most was about taking a pause. The idea that you stop, relax, it gives you regulation. It gives your audience time to understand. Body regulation, which is about breathing habits and other things. We had a few really strong modules. One was about voice regulation, and the other one was about the power of the pause. We looked at immediate application. We'll come to those numbers in a bit. Very good. We looked at diverse proof points, looking at different types of users. All of them came back positive. And you'll hear one story about a participant got over a lifelong stuttering issue. And peers said that his talk was the best of all of them. In the beta testing, we also learned things to fix. The good news for you is as we learn, we get better, better, and better. Originally, our plan was to run the courses in 20 minutes. Participants said, look, we need a little bit more time. We had an issue with the homework. Learn by doing was taking too much. What we did is we extended the course and we put more of the homework into the course. Participants wanted more live application. So what we did is we put more live exercises in the course. We fixed the stuff around communication. We had some issues in terms of the structure of the course where participants said, I wasn't really clear what we needed to do. It's now completely, totally focused. 3 stages. Regulation of body, regulation of mind, talking tips to develop one talk, one great talk. And we fixed a few of the weak modules. So where did we get to? We still have a 10-day program. We switched from 20 minutes a day to 30 minutes a day. Not a big difference. But the numbers that we look at, which I find are really interesting, are down here. We looked at the percentage that completed the course. 86% completed the course. 100% said they remembered the materials. 74% said they used what they learned in the course within 10 days. 74% is an amazingly good number. Try to remember even the name of a course that you did in an offline training. Using it, this type of application immediately, fantastic result. Now this is normally Jay's part of the talk. I hope I'm going to do it justice. The goal of the course is to help people speak so they're heard. It's not a course about public speaking, but it will help there. It's a course about regulation before performance, so you speak better in every context. It's about learning to speak better under pressure, so people can go from survival to intention to owning the room. The pattern of what happens when people lose their voice is sadly very common. You're motivated, you're well prepared. The data is clear, the logic is sound. In fact, the more prepared you are, the more sensitive you are to pressure. Then pressure and doubt creep in. It can be a tough question, a hostile audience, or simply a funny look from a colleague. Your system collapses. Your access is lost. Maybe the CEO unexpectedly came into the room, or someone you didn't like who actually wants your promotion. Whatever it was, you felt some sort of threat. Now the standard advice is it's all about confidence. When you're confident, nothing will happen. It's about power poses, affirmations, fake it till you make it. The reality in high stakes communication is it's not a software issue, it's a hardware issue. Our bodies, when we feel stressed, get a cortisol spike. Our memory drops. The threat is real. There's no way to fix a hardware problem with software. The mechanisms of failure we can easily understand when we go back to ancient times when we were looking for a new home. Imagine looking for a new cave. There's a grizzly. Oh my goodness, it's a threat response. Pressure. There's a cortisol rise. Adrenaline spikes. Our body decides before our brain. We're running out the door. What do you think your voice would sound like then? It's the same thing happening in our daily lives without the grizzlies. And there are 3 symptoms of this failure. Symptom number 1 is the freeze. Threat comes, our memory drops. We react to the threat. Our frontal lobe goes offline. Our brain freezes so our body can take over. It's really helpful if you need to run from a grizzly, but not very helpful if you need to go through a questions and answer. Symptom number 2 is the ramble. Now imagine the grizzly's your boss. You're under stress. What do? You ramble. Let me think about that. Clarity gone. Authority gone. The last symptom is vocal constriction. Stress leads to a tightening in our throat. We stop breathing deeply. Our vocal pitch rises. We talk in a high voice. And when we talk in a high voice, our authority drops. We've lost because of pressure. When we walk out of the room, we might say, that wasn't me. Sadly, it was you, but it was you under stress. What we'll teach you in this program is how to manage that stress so that you can speak in a way that you're heard in every room, regardless of the level of stress. Now let me make the stress real for a minute. You're coming up to a meeting. Somebody asks you a simple question. What's the most stressful question for a lot of people? It's quite simple. Hey, tell me about yourself. Now, most of you have probably practiced it. You've tried positive affirmations. You've done things and you've said, wow, you know what? I've got this down pat. What I'd like you to do is try it. I'd like you to put this video on pause for 15 seconds. And I'd like you to tell me who you are. Read it out for yourself. Maybe record it on your phone. Play it back for yourself. I think you might be surprised. It's not as good as you think. Okay, we're back. Did you do it? Probably not. If you didn't, what I'd like you to do is really take the time to do it. It's 15 to 20 seconds. It'll make everything that follows more clear, more obvious. Because what we're going to do now is we're going to try to take what you've just built and make it better. We want you to deliver a 15 to 25 second intro that earns one question. Tell me more. Now there are 5 ways that you might do this. The easiest way to do it is through a benefit introduction. The benefit is, I help such and such achieve the following benefit. It could be a breakthrough introduction. I help the following audience achieve the following benefit without some sort of pain. It can talk about the things that you're passionate about. For me, my personal passion is I want to train 1 million innovators by the end of 2027. You might remember that. You can talk about strength. You can talk about your mission. Let me give you one that's pretty good. Here's Jay's. I help technical leaders get heard in rooms where they're usually ignored. What comes out of this is a question mark. Why are they ignored? How do you help them? It earns, as you might say, tell me more. I'm going to ask you again to put this video on pause. I want you to take 1 minute and try and use one of these introduction formulas to write a new and better tell me who you are. The instructions are pretty simple. Choose one format. Don't choose all of them. Choose one format. Update it. Make it yours. Read it out. 1 minute. If you did this, I'm going to bet 2 things. 1, it was better, and 2, it's probably easier to remember. But I'm going to tell you a way you can make it a lot better. It's going to start by breaking a myth that too many believe. Here's the advice you've always been given. Be more confident. Frankly, that advice fails under pressure. Because under real stress, you cannot think your way past your nervous system. Here's the truth. Confidence does not create presence. Presence creates confidence. What do we mean when we say presence? Presence is the state where your body and, more importantly, your mind is calm. Calm enough that your thinking brain can run the room. Presence is not charisma, it's access. Access before expression, and access is physiological. And now, here's the part that nobody explains. What happens under threat? Well, there's pressure, our breath rises, our jaw tightens, our speed increases, our access shrinks. Working memory doesn't disappear, our access to it does. Under acute stress, working memory capacity can drop from 30 to 50%, often more. You've prepared 5 points. Under pressure, you remember 2, maybe 1, sometimes none. That's not a preparation failure, that's an access failure. Thousands of years ago, you walk into a dark cave and meet a grizzly bear. Your nervous system doesn't care about nuance, doesn't care about eloquence. It cares about one thing: run. Precision is expensive. Speed is survival. Your system still runs that code. In a boardroom, in a pitch, in the first 15 seconds, when pressure hits, your nervous system drops access. You have to regulate your body first. If the problem is mechanical, the solution must be mechanical. You cannot communicate authority if your body signals survival. You need to be present. Unloading the information overload. Closing the 100 open tabs on your laptop. Presence before performance. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take the tell me more and we're going to improve it. And we're going to improve it fast and easy. This is something we do in the very first course, in the first 10 minutes. Imagine what we might do in the rest of the 9 courses. What I want you to do is I'd like you to put your feet on the floor, weight even, clench your jaw, then unclenches. Get still. Now here's the important point. I want you to breathe. Inhale for 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now, if you did your exercise before, what I'd like you to do is take it out. You're calm at this moment, and I want you to tell me about yourself again. You'll notice it sounds different. It's slower. It's more deliberate. It's more present. This will change. Tell me about yourself more than any other trick. What changed? Your shoulders relaxed, your jaw intense, your chest opened up, your speed, everything gets better. It should be better. Now the paradox is what we are taught when people want to improve the way we speak is we're taught confidence tricks. Those confident tricks will improve the way you speak, but the impact is rather low. If you want to get more impact, you look at how you change the structure and the clarity of what you're saying. That will make sure the message is clear in your head and it arrives clearly in somebody else's head. But if you want to go for the big numbers, the big impact, it's all about down here, which body regulation, which is where the big impact is. That's what we do in this course. Now I'm going to show you a video of somebody that followed our course. Her name is Amy. Amy is shy, but if you watch the video that comes up, you'll never believe she's shy. Watch how she talks. Watch how she pauses. Watch how she's deliberate. And she's talking about our course.
I am present.
Now you might ask, what's in a program that delivers this type of change? Let me tell you what's there. Our program is 10 days, whether you follow it live or whether you follow it by video. The 3 stages of the program are the same: body regulation, structure regulation, and then a few other techniques. One of the things that we do to make the learning better is we add some AI to speed things up and to give you an opportunity to practice. Most of the days there's AI tools to allow you to get feedback and do things quicker and better. But we have 2 big tools within the program. On day 4, we have a tool which will help you make a TED-style talk, and we'll talk to you in just a second about why we might do that. And we have a talk review too. Now what I'd like to do is I'd like to play along with you again for a second. I'd like you to close your eyes for just a minute. Nobody's around, so you can do this. I want you to think about something that's important to you. Do you have that idea in mind? Would you like to share that with the world? Would you like to bring it from your mind to other people's minds? We almost all have something we want to share, whether it's at work, whether it's at home, whether it's in the public sphere. Now, if you want to make this type of talk, the best way to do it is to make it. And a great format to make a talk about something important to you is the TED style format. It's not the only one, but what I like about it is it focuses you on a single message, it focuses you on an introduction, and it focuses you on a call to action. So what we've done within our program is we've added some parts where you're actually going to be working on a TED style talk starting on day number 4. Day number 5 through day number 8, we're going to be looking at the structure and how do you formulate it. We do a review, and then at the end of the course, you get to present that. Step by step, learning as you go, creating a useful presentation. How does this look overall? The start of the program is about fixing dysregulation. We focus a little bit on body reset, your voice, and not here about noise removal, but in fact more about listening. The second phase of the course is about structure. How do you focus in on one message? How do you build up your message? And how do you put together a story? The third phase of the course is about how do you open your talk. Contrary to what I believed before and what I learned teaching this course, you don't have 15 seconds, you have microseconds to win your audience in the opening. There's a part about the power of the pause and stillness. There's a part about listening. And there's a part about how do you remember a talk without notes. At the end, we'll take you through and give you something great to share. You'll go from survival to intention. Go from protecting yourself to something where you say, look, I own this room. You have a calm body, clear intention, one shift, one idea to share. Now, what we don't do in this course is we don't teach you to act. We don't focus on hand gestures. In fact, I'm not particularly good with hand gestures. We don't show you how to write up a script. What we do is we show you to regulate your nervous system, how to structure your work, and how to do things that you can remember what you need to say. Step by step, getting better day by day. The outcome will be a 3 to 4 minute TED-style talk about something you find important. A calm body, clear structure, and a money-back guarantee that when you speak, you will speak in a way so you are heard. The bottom line is survival to intention. Going from, oh my God, I need to do a talk, how could I mess this up? To fantastic, I'm in front of a group, how am I going to own this room and take them to the next stage? Now, who is this for? It's not for people starting out. It's for high-performing professionals. People that are technically strong, subject matter experts that are underheard in senior rooms. You're not looking for charisma tricks. You're not looking for stage acting. Now we've got some testimonials coming back out of our first course, 21 participants. The first group of testimonials are from the group that I'll call the mere mortals, and then we'll go on to the superhumans in just a second. Roger Stofers, he says, I redesigned one of my talks. I opened with the conclusion, built it around a single message, used deliberate pauses. The audience really listened, and they invested. Roland Gayer, I built a compelling 90-second pitch for faster detection of Crohn's disease in the first week. Much easier to understand, more compelling than anything I had ever done over weeks before. In fact, he'd been working on this presentation for about 6 months. And we'll hear about Joseph in a bit at the end. I used to lose my message under pressure. After 10 days, I delivered a clear 4-minute talk with no script, no stutter. I felt unstoppable. These things are amazing changes. This is 10 days, 5 hours with some practice outside. We also had some professionals following the course. Christopher Record was there in the course, but at the same time, he was leading some big events. His comment is, I was MC an event with 100 people. I was asked to give the opening statements. I slowed down. I used the pause. He said it was the first time he'd actually really used a pause. Kathleen Vundla is on a mission to get women go from vanquished to victors. She's written a great book. She said, in 10 days, I transformed not only my speaking, but also how I show up with a solution, not my resume. This was the turning point for me from the very beginning of the course. And Teddy, I love Teddy. Teddy's a great speaker. We learned we were pushed outside of our comfort zones. We picked up practical skills to regulate the body and become more intentional speakers. My biggest takeaways were the breathing exercises and the power of pauses. Now, I promised you that I'd come back to Joseph. Joseph made a great testimonial for the course. If you go back, his first course, his first presentation, he was stuttering. This is what he developed after the course. You'll find it's a great talk. I can't share the final talk that he did in the course, but this is his testimony. Now, a big question that comes up is, what do you price a course like this at? I teach at a number of leading MBA programs. I talked a lot with Jay. We said, the comparable price for a course like this is around $29.95. Both Jay and I have a mission, which is to reach more people. So we've decided to lower the price to $1,095 for the open cohort, and also make a video course which anyone can access. We're also in the process of making the video right now, and we have a very strong learn by doing perspective, that the best way to make a video course is to do it live first. We've done it live once, we want to do it again. We want to get your feedback on the version 2. So we have 2 special offers for you. First, there's an offer to join the live cohort. 10 days, 30 minutes a day, maximum 12 participants starting May 4th, Monday through Friday, 6 o'clock Central European Time, $6.95. The only thing we ask is you agree to provide feedback for our video course. Second option, low cost, democratic way to access it. We have a video program which is self-paced, 10 days, 10 minutes a day. Price is going to be $149. If you send in an email now to videodiscount@briancasty.com, you can get the course for $59 if you agree to do a 5-minute survey. I want to thank you. It's been our honor. We'd like to invite you to apply to our live cohort. There is an application process because we want to make sure that the course fits together for everyone there. Everyone in the course needs to be a high performer so that everyone gets high performer results. We give you a money back guarantee. If you want to go there, apply for the course, scan the QR code or use the link which is here. We'd love to see you in the course. If you want to speak so you're heard, this is an incredible opportunity. It's fast, it's effective, and it'll change things forever.